guys.
After the tons of backlash I got from my last League video titled, "This is a video about bears," which, I mean, it was a video about bears by the way, I felt really bad. I'm no stranger to clickbait, my loyal viewers will actually know this, and regardless of how well it works, the clickbaity thumbnails always reflect somewhat what the point of the video is. So really, the people complaining are only making themselves look bad, because that means you just don't watch the videos in their entirety. Holly. But hey, I'm not mad. Far from it, because all this hatred and spite has presented me with a new opportunity. An opportunity to try something new. So Spooky Maple fans, keep watching. Because this is a video about bears. Bear. Noun. Any one of the group of large and heavy animals that have thick hair and sharp claws, and that can stand on two legs like a person. That's the Merriam-Webster's dictionary's definition of a bear. And I have to say, whoever the hell wrote that is a shill and an idiot. I mean, what the hell does that even mean? I have thick hair, sometimes my nails get really long, and I can stand on two legs. Am I a bear? Good lord, I would not want to be a bear. Furries are terrifying creatures. Is Muzan Kibutsuji a bear? Is Jason Momoa a bear? Is Holly a bear? The answer to all of these is yes, according to the Merriam-Webster. So, I'm gonna be the first to say that they're wrong. A bear is someone like Volley Bear, Winnie the Pooh, Jason Momoa. These are all bears. And that's the first thing that we're going to do in this informational video. Talk about what a bear is. So Merriam-Webster, I say, didn't actually do a bad job. In theory, all bears have these features, but what they forgot is one crucial detail. Bears are animals. Bears are not humans. And humans are not bears. Sorry, furries. It's important to remember this detail, so that you are able to tell what a bear is, and what a bear is not. Jason Momoa is a bear. He has thick hair, the claws, the stand on two legs, and he is an animal. Aquaman, guys, I'm just saying. But I am not a bear. I'm not an animal. I'm not the same animal, but I am a different beast. So now that we have a basic understanding on what a bear is, we can get into different types of bears. I'm probably guessing that your education has taught you about some bears already. You know, the polar bear, the panda bear, the brown bear, the black bear. Maybe you've even heard of the sloth bear. These are known as species of bear, or so you've been told. But get this, guys. Classifications of these bears goes even further. All the bears that I've just listed are known as normal bears. They're bears that the average person is able to name. But let me tell you, there are bears that you might know, but don't actually know. Let's use an early example. Volley Bear. In League of Legends, he is a Freljordian demigod. Now, obviously, that isn't English, and that doesn't exist in the real world. Hopefully. But you may look at Volley Bear and say that he is a polar bear. And you'd be wrong. Volley Bear is part of the class of bears that I like to call the elemental bears. He summons lightning, he grows really big, and sometimes he's cool. Smokey the Bear could also be in this category. He's capable of putting out fires. Only you can stop forest fires, that's his catchphrase. We can see that he does this in the anime Fire Force, in which he, along with the Fire Force, puts out fires all over Japan. Thank you for your service, Smokey. Another type of bear would be the nice bears. Nice bears are bears that are very nice. As deleted user AO2156D on Discord said to me once, bears are known to be man's best friends. Bad grammar aside, there is no better example than the nice bear, where bears fall into the other classes are very fierce, very strong. The nice bears aren't exactly like that. Pooh would be known as a nice bear. He's got many friends. I mean, Christopher Robin, Piglet, Eeyore, others. Another example, the Care Bears. Very nice bears. They're all like emotions and stuff. And they were very helpful in the Bear War of '87, more on that later. And the last type of bear that I'll be talking about today will be the Unbearable. These bears are the ferocious and strongest bears known to man. Not many bears fall in this category because of the sheer amount of strength a bear must possess to get into this category is, well, unbearable. Most bears in this category have used their powers for evil, but there are some good ones. I think the most notable example of an unbearable bear would be none other than the Golden Freddy bear. Golden Freddy is an unbearable for several reasons. One, he was the sole reason for the start of the Bear War of '87. Two, his powers. His jaw is something that I'm sure requires no explanation. I mean, look at this thing. Look at it. Look at it. That was a child. He also has the Nen ability to make people go insane. I mean, look at case 73 Omega, in which victim Mark Fishbach absolutely loses his damn mind as Golden Freddy appears. Unbearables are no joke, fellas. I mean, these bears together could end the world. But luckily, most of them act separately, as they have very different political ideologies from each other. Now that we've covered the more important types of bears, I think it's time that we talk about the elephant in the room. Or should I say, the bear in the room. Hey, yo. This being none other than the Bear War of '87. In order to talk about the Bear War of '87, I need to give a quick disclaimer. This topic is a very difficult one to cover, and with respect to the victims, I will do my utmost best to accurately cover the events that transpired in this time. The Bear War of '87 kicked off with an event that you may have heard of, the Bite of '87, in which the now unbearable Golden Freddy bit on a child's head, fatally wounding them, causing them to perish. I say now unbearable because at the time Golden Freddy was classified as a nice bear, for a couple of reasons. Golden Freddy was stationed at Fredbear's family diner, with the mission of singing songs to entertain children who would host birthday parties there. However, as it turns out, Golden Freddy actually had something that we bear knowers like to call the demon for, and he transformed into Nightmare Golden Freddy and ate the child whole. Now many of you might be shaking your fingers and saying, "Ben, that wasn't the Bite of '87, that was the Bite of '83, and you're wrong. As victim of case 73 Omega, Mark Fishbach sees it as the Bite of '87, and who are we to completely disregard the victim's testimony? Sure, Golden Freddy temporarily inflicted his Nen on Fishbach, making him insane, but that doesn't mean we should completely throw away what he says in the trash. So this is the Bite of '87, and you can't tell me otherwise. Anyways, Golden Freddy's munching caused a big controversy within bear society. For him to disregard his classification as a nice bear brought up a lot of questions. Were bears just allowed to dual wield classes like some sort of Kirito looking at? Many bears rallied to Golden Freddy's side, and they didn't want to be named just because of their powers. Now you may be thinking, wow, that's real valiant of them, standing up for what they think is right. And you know what, I agree. They have features, they have many different things about them that Bear Society can classify them by. And at that time, the Bernstein Bears, one of the ruling families of Bear Society, were more than willing to accommodate for this. They signed a bill that would allow for bears to apply for a second class. And this was a good idea. We saw many bears get double classes. Smokey was now a nice/elemental bear. They honestly could have made Smokey an unbearable, but Smokey declined the offer because of the stigma of unbearables being, well, unbearable. A new classification was created, Somebearable, where bears who are almost unbearable get this classification and can undergo the big bear exams in order to gain the unbearable status. However, the test is grueling, and many bears chickened out because of the high death rate that the big bear exams had. Poe, Aged Panda, Lotso, all Somebearables. But all of this wasn't enough for Golden Freddy. Golden Freddy was a very power-hungry bear. He wanted to be known as the strongest bear. So, he sent out a bunch of his animatronic goons to stuff security guards and feed their bodies and souls to Golden Freddy. For a while, Golden Freddy was getting power at an exponential rate. He ate a lot of security guards, increasing his Nen and demon form abilities. Golden Freddy became the fastest bear, able to seemingly teleport across the earth, making his farming route perfect for maintaining his #1 position. However, many families in Bear Society didn't want humans to have this negative view on bears. So, they began planning an attack on Golden Freddy. The plan was simple. Seal Golden Freddy in a vessel, a human vessel, so that Golden Freddy's unbearable powers would only be able to torment one person, not human society as a whole. This person was none other than one technician, William Afton. And so, the Goldening the Freddy Out, or G.T.F.O Squad, was made. And to lead this squad was none other than our good friend, Jason Momoa. 5 nights. 5 nights at Freddy's was what it took to end the Bear War of '87. Jason Momoa and his squad fought valiantly, and in the end there were many casualties. Paddington, the Bernstein family, we Bear Pairs, all lost in the struggle. But in the end, Jason Momoa's team was victorious, and they sealed Golden Freddy in the man. And now, Bear Society lives in peace. Many bears have fled to the forests in order to live away from human society, shameful of the sins that Golden Freddy had once committed. But I believe that one day, bears will be able to live among us once again. As friends, as comrades, as people who can teach us a lot about the world, so that we won't get scared when we spend our next 5 nights at Freddy's. I'm Spooky Maple, and this was an actual video about bears. Thank you.